During this video, you might hear construction noises. The people behind my house to the left are doing construction. They've been doing construction for about 8 months. I don't know what the effort is they're doing. Hey, it's Mel. I hope you're doing well and welcome to my channel if you are a new subscriber. Before we get into today's video, I do have a couple of disclaimers or side notes. The first one being that this wallpaper that I absolutely hate is still here. The background has not changed since my last video. I did recently order 2 tapestries or backdrops and they've not arrived yet. I want to put them up so bad because this wallpaper and this couch just doesn't mix well. Hopefully they arrive soon. Do you know what I've just noticed while filming? There's no pillow here, yet there's one here. Let's take that off because that's really annoying me. The second thing I have to mention is that I have 3 brothers. I'm a twin myself. My youngest brother, Matthew, he's 5 years old and he goes to school. The reason that I'm mentioning this is because I film my videos on Tuesdays and Thursdays on the days where all of my 3 brothers are at college, school or work. That way I can film in peace. On the 17th of December, my brother Matthew will be getting 2 weeks off school, so I don't know if I'm able to film. I'll try my best, but if I vanish off YouTube for like 2 weeks, that's the reason, okay? I can only film videos when I'm able to. I hope you guys can understand that. Anyway, enough talk, let's get into today's video about Cyclone Tracy, which was a natural disaster that occurred in December 1974. This case occurred in Darwin, Australia. At the time, the small town of Darwin had a population of 2,538 people. Darwin is described as being beautiful, warm, and it's close to nature. But this small, beautiful town would soon face tragedy. On the 20th of December 1974, the US environmental satellite recorded a large cloud mass centered over the Afara Sea, about 370 kilometers northeast of Darwin. This disturbance was tracked by the Darwin Weather Bureau's regional director, Ray Wilkie, and by senior meteorologist Geoff Crane. At the time, Geoff was a meteorologist duty officer. On the 21st of December, the satellite showed evidence of a newly formed circular center. Geoff issued the initial tropical cyclone alert, describing the storm as a tropical low that could develop into a tropical cyclone. Later in the evening, the Darwin Meteorological Office received an infrared satellite image from the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration's satellite, showing that the low pressure had developed further and spiraling clouds could be observed. The storm was officially pronounced as a tropical cyclone at 10 p.m. On the 22nd of December, the cyclone moved in a southwest direction, passing north of Darwin. A broadcast on ABC radio stated that day that Cyclone Tracy posed no immediate threat to Darwin. However, in the early morning hours of the 24th of December, Christmas Eve, the cyclone had rounded Cape Fourcroy on the western tip of Bathurst Island and moved in a southeast direction, heading straight towards Darwin. The Bureau's weather station at Cape Fourcroy measured a speed of 120 kilometers per hour at 9 a.m. The next day, on the 25th of December, Christmas Day, Cyclone Tracy was rated a Category 4, which means extreme damage. The highest category for a cyclone is Category 5. The Tropical Cyclone Warning Center issued a warning that a cyclone had formed, and they gave it the nickname Cyclone Tracy. Wind gauges registered speeds of 217 kilometers per hour. On Christmas Day, around 3:30 a.m., the cyclone had struck Darwin, destroying houses and other buildings. At this point, there was no water or power supply, and 90% of power distribution lines had been destroyed. 80% of all buildings were either completely destroyed or severely damaged. The cyclone resulted in the death of 71 people and 22 were lost at sea. 145 people had been seriously injured, while more than 500 had minor injuries. The damage that the cyclone had left behind costed more than $837 million. The people who lost their lives were either hit by flying debris parts or they were crushed beneath their houses. After the destruction of the cyclone, people were evacuated to southern cities. People who were traumatized by the cyclone left Darwin and never returned. For many months, people were evacuated by military planes, civilian planes and other vehicles. Planes that had arrived to carry out the evacuation had food, water and other supplies to help the wounded. This was very important because after the cyclone occurred, there was little food, water and medical supplies. People's houses had been destroyed, they had nowhere to go, and there was a risk of infection or diseases spreading. Some people donated clothes and food and money to the people of Darwin and even opened their homes to them. News of the disaster took hours to reach the rest of the country. That same year of 1974, a song was released called Santa Never Made It to Darwin by Bill, Cate and Boyd Robertson. Bill and Boyd actually moved to Australia in 1964. Voluntary organisations swung into gear, helping out as many people as they could. Joanne Alridge, Vice President of the Red Cross, who spent hours of the cyclone hiding under her kitchen table with 2 adults, her 6 children, 1 cat, 4 kittens, 1 dog and 3 birds, recalled how essential those early fly-in support workers were. My question here is, how big was her table? Like how do you manage to fit all those animals and people? After the cyclone happened, many people were devastated and in shock. On the 28th of February 1975, the Whitlam government established the Darwin Reconstruction Commission, and their plan was to rebuild Darwin within 5 years, but instead they did it in 3. In the middle of 1978, Darwin had regained its population. Cyclone Tracy lasted for 6 days from the 21st to the 26th of December. A memorial plaque was made for those who lost their lives during the cyclone. Another memorial plaque was made at Casuarina High School, assembled from 3 house girders that were twisted by Cyclone Tracy. Understandably, this disaster upset many, and I wanted to make this video in memory of those that lost their lives at the hand of Cyclone Tracy. I know this video is probably really upsetting, but I felt like this was really important to talk about. Anyway, that's all I have for today. Stay safe out there. As always, thanks for watching. Take care. Bye.